All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back to the channel. Now, I don't want to be a spaz, okay? I don't want to be one of those guys that overreacts to like one data point. But Adriano Moraes, okay, in case anybody did not see the fight against Demetrius Johnson last night or yesterday or whenever it actually happened because I just watched it, you know, he's 135 pounds, Adriano is. And Demetrius tried to, I believe, come up and fight him, or I don't know. I don't know that much about OneFC, except that every single time I watch a OneFC event, I think, man, I think these guys could beat a lot of the dudes in the UFC, if not all of them. Now, I pointed this out to one of my buddies, and he said, well, they're not drug testing. And I was like, okay, that's fair. That is a very fair point when it comes to the heavier weight class guys. When it comes to guys at 130, and maybe it's the same at 135. Here's what I'm gonna say though. This dude, Adriano Moraes, did you guys actually see that fight? Because let me tell you what I saw. I think I saw the best 135-pound fighter in the world. That's what I was looking at. I mean, and I realize he's fighting a smaller guy who came up to fight him, but there's only one fighter that I can think of that I could even compare to how it looks to watch this guy fight. And again, I'm going off one data point, so people can, you know, throw it back in my face, go, what are you talking about? But based on the fight that I watched last night, there's only one fighter I can compare it to, and that is Anderson Silva prime. Prime Anderson Silva is what this guy looks like. And if you think I'm joking, I'm telling you right now, go watch that fight last night and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me who you think he looks like. He fights just like Anderson Silva in his prime. Circle, 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 circle. Side to side motion. Don't let anyone get set. Let them boom, boom. Surgical response. I mean, dude, he is so sick. I mean, he obviously knocked DJ out with a vicious knee to a downed opponent, which is illegal in OneFC, and Demetrius Johnson's already said he still agrees that that's a good rule. I agree with that as well. Why make knees? You have every other thing legal, but you make knees illegal to a downed opponent? I mean, you know, like a guy's on the ground, you could literally jump in the air and just throw a merciless like elbow to the face, but like a knee? Why? I mean, like you understand how much force is generated by a high kick, right? So like, you know, you leg kick a guy, leg kick a guy, leg kick a guy, and then you make him think you're going to the leg, and then you head kick him. Like, do you really think that there's anything that's more devastating than that? I mean, or like Jorge Masvidal can do a flying knee into Ben Askren while he's standing, but like if a dude has his knee on the ground, you can't throw a knee. It doesn't, I don't know. I don't understand the rule. Look, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And Aljamain, you know, if it wasn't for that rule, if it wasn't for the rule in the UFC, he would have been defending himself. Anyway, the bottom line, I just tangented on that big time. But what I'm saying is, I don't want everybody to just light me up in the comments and be like, are you serious, bro? Anderson Silva prime, this guy is blue. But what I'm saying is the dude I saw fighting yesterday, right? Or the guy who fought Demetrius Johnson, that is the only comparable fighter that I could think of where I was watching him like, this is watching Anderson Silva in his prime. That's how good this guy looks to me. And you also can't forget, he's fighting Demetrius Johnson. He's not just fighting a nobody. And then I started looking at some of his highlights. This is how he fights, man. He fights out of American Top Team. Circle, circle, circle. Amazing rhythm. Like that, and that, you know what's so beautiful about it? And I've been talking about this a lot on the channel, I realized lately, are these traditional Muay Thai guys like Aldo, you know, Peter Yan, those guys. The difference between Anderson Silva type Muay Thai and guys like Peter Yan and Aldo is they're stationary. Those guys are like, you know, let me stand in front of him, look, like get a guy to come to him, and then boom. And I know Anderson Silva did a lot of that. But Anderson Silva also used to move. He was like water, watching water flow, dude. Like he was circle, 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 stop, get the guy to engage, boom. I mean, seriously. Watch that fight from yesterday and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me he doesn't look like Anderson Silva in his prime. Seriously. And I realize I'm making a claim on potentially one of the most, if not the most dominant version of a fighter ever. Let me think about that for a second. That's probably a better context for this video, is who's the most dominant fighter in their prime ever. And there's certainly a very strong argument for Anderson Silva in his prime. That's probably who I would choose, actually. In his prime, when he's focused, Anderson Silva. Because Anderson Silva didn't start losing until he lost focus. You know, like they're talking about that a lot with John lately, about how the Francis Ngannou fight will get him focused. You can't base your opinions on what's going to come in to fight Francis based on his last 3 performances, because he's already cleared the division out 8 times. He's like, I can't get up for Dominic Reyes, man. I can't get up for Thiago Santos. Like, he can't get up for these fights, you know? And and honestly, that is my opinion of the Jon Jones fight. Is I think he's gonna have a hard time, or he's been having a hard time getting up for fights, and he won't for Francis. You're gonna see the best, or you're gonna see everything Jon Jones has, right? You're gonna see everything he has. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a video about that. Son. Anyway, I highly suggest you guys go watch this Moraes guy because goddamn, man. Goddamn. Anyway, if you like the content, subscribe, ring the bell. Peace.